What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Weekly GCap, the only source you'll ever need to catch up on all the gaming news from the last week. And before we get into this, I apologize for sounding a little nasally in this video. My allergies been messing with me pretty bad, but, the news don't stop, so, I never skip an episode on you guys, despite the fact that my voice may sound, a bit more annoying than usual. First things first, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time has celebrated its 20th anniversary. Man, what a classic game. Just, if you haven't played it before, it's on GameCube, original Xbox, PS2, whether you emulate it, whether you get it officially. It is such an amazing game. Be sure to check it out. And if you don't have one of those systems, or if you don't feel like emulating it, it's okay, because a remake is still in the works, which is actually what we're talking about this in the first place for anyway. So first, let's go over the release dates. First, it's a little funny because it was a bit of a scattered release. So the GBA version released, and we're going over North American dates, by the way. The GBA version released October 28th, 2003. The PS2 and Xbox version released November 11th, 2003, and then the GameCube version released November 18th, and then the mobile version released November 21st, and the Windows version finally released December 2nd. But anyway, we got an update on the remake. This coming from Prince of Persia on X. Quote, "As you know, the passionate team at Ubisoft Montreal is reimagining this legendary story, and we are glad to announce today that the project has passed an important internal milestone and development is progressing. We look forward to sharing more in the future." End quote. That's all we have on it, but at least we know it's still in the works. Next up, speaking of anniversaries, Beyond Good and Evil also celebrated its 20th anniversary on the very same day. So, going over the release dates, November 11th, 2003 for the PS2, December 2nd, 2003 for the Xbox and Windows, and December 10th for the GameCube. Anyway, this coming from Beyond Good and Evil 2 on X. Quote, "Well, looks like the cat's out of the bag, dag-nammit." Not dag-nabbit, dag-nammit. That's funny, I love that. Happy 20th anniversary to Beyond Good and Evil. While we cannot wait to show you more about the special edition, more news to come in early 2024. An early development version of Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition was recently released to Ubisoft Plus subscribers by mistake. We apologize for any confusion and want to assure our community that this version is not indicative of the final game. As we celebrate the 20th anniversary of Beyond Good and Evil, our commitment to delivering a game that meets the high expectations of our fans is unwavering. We're excited to announce that the official launch is set for early 2024, and we're dedicated to making it an experience that truly honors the legacy of the original. Thank you for your understanding and continued support." End quote. So unfortunately, no update on the second game. It's been a long time since that game was out. We've been waiting for this game longer than Grand Theft Auto 6 at this point, right? Like, maybe by over half of a decade. But it is what it is. At least we're getting this 20th anniversary HD version, which we kind of did already technically get an HD version back in the day on the PS3 and 360, but like a more HD version with like 4K graphics and higher frame rates and such. So I'm excited for this, but I do hope that we hear about the second game again sometime soon. Next up, we got a bit of an update concerning the Silent Hill 2 remake. This coming from Bloober Team on X. They put up like one of those development cards, and usually when you see one of these cards, it's bad news, right? Like delays or something else, but no, thankfully this one isn't too bad news, I guess, considering how you look at it. It's not very informative. Well, anyway, quote, "As Bloober Team, we are proud to be a part of Konami's plans for the Silent Hill franchise. Alongside our partner, we are diligently working to ensure the Silent Hill 2 remake attains the highest quality. On behalf of our dev team, we would like to clarify that the production is progressing smoothly and in accordance with our schedule. We understand that many players around the world are eagerly anticipating news about the game." That's an understatement. "And we appreciate your dedication. However, we kindly ask for a bit more patience. Once Konami, as the game's publisher, shares more information, we are confident that the wait will be worthwhile. Thank you for your understanding and support, Bloober Team." So again, it's a little disappointing because we didn't get much info there, but at least we know it's still in the works. We heard about it a long time ago, and it seemed like it was farther along than it was, but apparently not, because we're still waiting. So hopefully this ends up coming out. I'm guessing maybe holiday 2024. Maybe like Halloween time 2024. Maybe they release it a bit earlier. I'm not sure, but I don't know, there's not enough concrete stuff there that we don't even have a release date at this point, so I'm guessing maybe later, the second half of 2024. Next up, we got a gameplay trailer for South Park Snowday. We don't have too much information about this. You're seeing the gameplay on your screen. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Apparently there's like some co-op elements to it too. It's coming to the Switch, PS5, Series X, and PC. But that's interesting. Again, if we go over the console list, Switch, PS5, Series X, and PC. There was no confirmation of a PS4 or Xbox One version, and there was no logo on there, and, it's almost 2024, so some people are going to be like, well, of course it's not, those consoles are so old. But there's a Switch version, and obviously the Switch is less powerful than an Xbox One or a PS4, So, not sure what's going on there. Maybe there's an Xbox One and PS4 version, they just didn't announce it yet. But anyway, there's no official release date, so as soon as we know more, I'll let you guys know. Next up, the Killer Instinct Anniversary Edition was announced. This coming from Pure Xbox. Quote, Killer Instinct Anniversary Edition, a brand new upgrade for existing owners of the already released Killer Instinct Definitive Edition. The upcoming version adds Series X and S support and repackages existing DLC, which you can read all about down below. But it also accompanies an absolutely massive balance patch. What's more, this Xbox One launch era fighter hasn't had a patch for more than 5 years at this point, with Killer Instinct version 3.9.13 landing way back in August 2018. Anyway, version 3.10 is coming soon, with the aim of rebalancing the game's roster of characters. We don't have a nailed-on release date for the update yet, but the team has released the full patch notes already, and then, you know, if you want to know about the patch notes, if you're a huge Killer Instinct fan, you can go look that up. It's a long list of things that we're not going to go over here, but anyway, we'll go over this image. So they posted it up saying, on Xbox and PC, Killer Instinct Definitive Edition will be retired from the store and replaced by Killer Instinct Anniversary Edition at a lower price of $29.99. Purchasers of the digital Xbox/PC Killer Instinct Definitive Edition will be upgraded to KI Anniversary Edition for free on release. So it shows some images down below saying like KI Definitive Edition will be retired with the release of Killer Instinct Anniversary Edition. Then the next picture explaining what we just went over. And then there's also going to be a Definitive Edition app, which is a standalone app with developer interviews, concept art, and Killer Cut soundtrack. And then I guess this is an Xbox only thing. It says Xbox KI Classic 1 and 2, Xbox only, standalone digital Killer Instinct Classic 1 and 2 games also launchable via Xbox Definitive Edition app. So that's pretty cool. And then at the bottom it says, don't worry, if you already own Killer Instinct Definitive Edition, you can still download the additional content even after retirement. So there you have it. Next up, we got a release date for Skater XL on Nintendo Switch. This coming from Skater XL on X. Quote, SXL drops on Nintendo Switch in 8 days, which is, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do a Google search in the middle of recording. December 5th, 2023. So yeah, that'll be coming out in just like 4 or 5 days after the time that this video goes up, bringing you the responsive physics-based game feel that has come to define the genre in buttery 60 FPS. I thought the saying was buttery smooth, but okay, buttery. Skate, film, or hang out and multiplayer on the go with Nintendo Switch, wishlist in the eShop, or pre-order at retailers globally, end quote. So yeah, Skater XL, it's a pretty solid skating game. If you're interested in skating games at all, I would highly recommend checking this one out. Next up, the Dragon's Dogma 2 release date was announced. They had like a whole showcase talking about the game, and it has been confirmed that you don't had to have needed to play like the first game in order to follow what's happening here. But I would highly recommend playing the first game just because, you know, it's so amazing. It goes on sale all the time for literally $5, and it was just added to PS Plus Extra with the last PS Plus Extra and Premium update that went live in the second half of November, just a couple of weeks ago, actually just a little over a week ago. So yeah, you can play it there if you already have that subscription, and like I said, it's an amazing game, and it's always going on sale. It's $5. It's on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PS3, Xbox 360, PC. It's everywhere. Anyway, they had like a whole showcase again talking about it, and it has been confirmed that the game will be coming out March 22nd, 2024. It's been a long wait. I've been a huge fan of Dragon's Dogma ever since, you know, the 360 and PS3 generation. I played it back at launch back in the day, and I remember sitting there like, man, this has potential to be a huge franchise. Here we are, you know, a long while later, but hey, at least the sequel's finally here, and words cannot describe my excitement, and nothing can contain my excitement. I am so excited for this game. If you like action, if you like RPGs, if you like swords, if you like shields, if you like dragons, if you like medieval times, Dragon's Dogma and Dragon's Dogma 2 will certainly be for you. Next up, Destiny 2 The Final Shape expansion was delayed. This coming from Destiny 2 on X. Quote, the release date for The Final Shape has moved to June 4th, 2024 to allow for an even bigger and bolder vision. New content available is also in development, including Destiny 2 Into the Light, a 2-month content update for all players starting in April, end quote. So, unfortunately, this one was going to be coming out relatively soon, but now it's been delayed by a solid 4 months, so that's unfortunate, but hopefully it means that we'll just get a better product in the end. Next up, just a quick thing I wanted to highlight is that Assassin's Creed Syndicate is free right now on PC, which I would recommend picking this up. This is a very good Assassin's Creed game, one of my favorites actually. This coming from Ubisoft on X. Quote, celebrate Cyber Week with a free copy of Assassin's Creed Syndicate on PC. Visit the Ubisoft store to redeem your copy before the promotion ends December 6th. Again, this is only on PC, but, you know, I'd recommend picking it up. It's a really good game. Next up, just something I kind of wanted to highlight here is that Batman Arkham Knight is going to be getting an exclusive Batsuit on Nintendo Switch. Well, it's not fully exclusive, it's a timed exclusive. So Switch will get it first, and then a little while later it'll be available on other consoles. Anyway, this is coming from Nintendo Life. Quote, following a short delay on Switch, Batman Arkham Trilogy is almost upon us, swooping down toward its official release date of December 1st, 2023. To celebrate, publisher WB Games has released a launch trailer for the compilation that confirms Switch owners will get timed exclusive access to the Batsuit from Matt Reeves' 2022 epic, The Batman, end quote. So, that's pretty cool. Personally, I already have this game on PS4 and Xbox One. I might pick it up on Switch. I mean, I don't really need the portability factor just because I never leave my house. Aside to go to the grocery store. Outside of that, I never leave my house. But, you know, that's pretty cool. I'll dive back into the game at the very least when it's added to the other versions of the game. But I'll definitely be looking up videos of it just to see how it looks because that sounds pretty cool. Next up, Sony made an interesting deal with Shift Up. So let's go over this. This coming from Game Cho-san. This being translated to English, so I apologize for any grammatical errors or inconsistencies. Quote, Shift Up announced on the 24th that it signed a PlayStation 5, PS5 trademark, distribution contract for Stella Blade with Sony Interactive Entertainment, aka SIE, a manufacturer of PlayStation brand products. Shift Up plans to collaborate with SIE to introduce the AAA masterpiece console game Stella Blade on the PS5 console throughout the world, including Korea. Through this contract, Shift Up officially becomes the first Korean company to join Sony's second-party partner. The release schedule and details of Stella Blade will be released later, end quote. So, yeah, this isn't like a third-party exclusivity thing, and neither is this a first-party exclusivity thing. This is a second-party thing, which is why I said that this is an interesting deal. Definitely an interesting move on Sony's part, you know, doing the whole second-party thing. I don't have too much more to say at this time, but we'll definitely be following the story, because Sony's been making some deals behind the scenes, and actually, the next story is about another deal that they made, so let's go ahead and move on to that. Next up, Sony partnered with NCSoft. So this coming from a blog post that Sony Interactive uploaded. Quote, NCSoft, a global premier developer and publisher, today announced that it has signed a strategic global... Whoa, voice crack. Holy, I am in my 20s and I'm still voice cracking like I'm 12. Anyway, let's start from the top. Quote, NCSoft, a global premier developer and publisher, today announced that it has signed a strategic global business partnership with Sony Interactive Entertainment, aka SIE. The two company CEOs, Tak-Jin Kim of NCSoft and Jim Ryan of SIE, have met and jointly signed the partnership. Under this partnership, NCSoft and SIE will collaborate in various global business fields, including mobile. That's the interesting part. The two companies are evaluating a range of potential opportunities with an aim to foster strategic synergy, leveraging NCSoft's technological prowess and SIE's global leadership in the entertainment field, end quote. So, not only is, I mean, Sony's been signing a lot of these deals. We've been covering it, like anytime they sign anything, we're all over it, we're talking about it. But now we have, like, another situation here where, you know, first we had the second party thing to talk about, and now mobile. So I guess they're making a, maybe it's because they saw what Xbox was doing. Because obviously, you know, Xbox, they bought Activision, and there was eyes all over the Call of Duty thing. But obviously, Xbox was talking about how a huge part of why they even acquired Activision Blizzard King in the first place was because of that King branch with mobile. You know, they're making a huge push for the whole mobile scene, especially between Game Pass and cloud streaming, just, you know, getting more games, more content, and just, you know, building that ecosystem of Xbox on every platform and, you know, anything that has a screen really imaginable. So it seems like maybe Sony is taking cues there. I mean, it's well known that Sony's been reaching outside of the PlayStation ecosystem, at least outside of the console scene, expanding to PC, getting games like, you know, God of War and Last of Us and such on PC. So it seems like their next step, which they did talk about this before, but, you know, they're actually making moves towards it. They're signing deals and, you know, partnerships and such. So this will be interesting to see. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to see on the mobile side of things. I don't know if we're going to see companion apps. There's been some mumblings about maybe full-on games going in there, like a certain MMORPG. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to get us in trouble, but I don't know. There's a lot of rumblings going on behind the scenes. Nothing official, so we're not going to cover it. I don't cover leaks and rumors on the show. I don't consider those to be actual official news. I only cover the actual official publicly stated news here. But that being said, it says something very interesting. And just with everything else we've been hearing, we're going to be following this one close. Next up, the GTA Trilogy, this being the definitive edition. You know, you can have your opinions on that, whether you like it, whether you don't. This is going to be coming to Netflix. That is still crazy to say that out loud. Anyway, this is coming from Netflix on X. Quote, big news, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas from the Grand Theft Auto series are coming to Netflix games for mobile on December 14th. Below that, they also say pre-register so you can play first. But, yeah, GTA coming to Netflix. Who would have thought? Not me, I wouldn't have thought, that's for sure. Next up, Remnant 1 and 2 just kind of shadow dropped into Xbox Game Pass. So, you know, there was no announcement. Both games just kind of showed up on the service randomly. So, I mean, if you want to play Remnant 1, you can play that on Xbox One, Series S, Series X. If you want to play Remnant 2, unfortunately, that's only available on Series S or X, not available on Xbox One, but just wanted to highlight that. I thought that was interesting. Next up, the December PS Plus Essential Games were revealed. These being LEGO 2K Drive, Power Wash Simulator, and Sable. 3 solid games right there. Some people might be looking at that like, oh, where's their AAA games? We need like the big $500 million budget AAA games in our stuff. Honestly, I don't need all that. I think this is a solid lineup. LEGO 2K Drive, fun game. Very fun game. I loved that game. One of my favorite games that I've released this year. Power Wash Simulator. You had a long day at work, turn it on, helps you chillax. Sable, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you're not going to be playing it time and time and time again. I mean, if you want to speedrun it, you can, but it's like, it's one of those games where you're there for the experience. You know what I mean? It's a very good game. Yeah, I could recommend any of these. And also, you know, if you have PS Plus, you might as well redeem it, right? You're already paying for the service. It's free games. Who doesn't love free? And finally, we got a recap of the Level-5 Vision showcase that happened. So these are games that were already announced before, but, you know, they just kind of got release dates. One of them was a little shocking and a little disappointing for me personally. We'll go over that, though. First up, Megaton Musashi Wired is going to be coming to Switch on April 25th, 2024. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, will be coming to Switch next summer. Inazuma 11 Victory Road will be coming to Switch in March 2024. This is the sad one. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. I love Professor Layton. One of my favorite franchises, period. Just, I love the Professor Layton games. I was so excited for this game. And unfortunately, it is not going to be releasing until 2025. That is just heartbreaking. Originally, it was supposed to come out this year, 2023, but 2025. Gosh. I almost want to tear up just saying that, and I'm not even being, like, sarcastic or joking or anything. Like, I'm actually, like, I genuinely love this series, and I was looking forward to this game. So it's just, oh, man, that hurts. 2025. Anyway, you know, like the one saying goes, delay game eventually good, bad game forever bad. So hopefully this time will help the game get into whatever place it needs to be. You know, I'm just sad. Anyway, lastly, Deca Police for the Switch, coming out at some point in 2024. No official release date, so bunch of delays right there. You know, Deca Police was also supposed to come out soon, but now it's not, coming out in 2024. Just sad stuff all across the board, man. Sad stuff, especially Professor Layton, man. Another 2 years, or, you know, 2 years on the calendar at least. Who knows? Maybe it'll be early 2025, so it's only like another year and a half, not even yet, but still, man. That's a while. That's quite a long delay. But anyway, that's all the stories that I got for you guys this week. So now I'd definitely love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on everything that we talked about? I know there was a lot. I know there was probably a lot of stuttering on my end just because I was trying to fly through it as fast as possible. That's what I try to do here. I try to get through the news, try to get it to you guys as fast as possible, just so I can get you guys in, get you guys out with all the news that you need to know. But, you know, with my allergies and just, you know, me feeling a little out of whack as it is, still trying to get back into the swing of things, I'm all over the place, so I apologize if I was stuttering or all over the place a bit more than usual. But anyway, again, I just love to hear your thoughts about anything that we talked about today, whether it's the long delay on Professor Layton or, I don't know, Remnant shadow dropping into Game Pass. Are you going to be playing that? What about all the partnerships and deals that Sony's been signing? You think there's anything there? Anything substantial? Anything, you know, what are your speculative thoughts about that? Do you think Sony's going to get in the mobile space? Just whatever it is, whatever you're thinking. I definitely love to hear from you guys. But anyway, this is Weekly GCap. New episodes go live every single Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, so if you want to catch them as soon as they go live, well, then I know when to be here. But anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day and an amazing weekend. Stay beautiful. I love you all. And again, I apologize for my very nasally voice. Hopefully, I'll be better by next week, so I don't, you know, sound like I got a clothespin in my nose, because I'm getting annoyed just listening to myself record this thing, let alone having to edit this thing after. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna be ready to just never hear my own voice again. But anyways, yeah, that's that. Love you guys. Peace.